What you listening to, son?
I don't think you like it.
Well, why not? I like this new generation of music.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Everything is Everything podcast, where we discuss the idea that every topic is related if you take the right steps. As always, please make sure to like if you like or don't if you don't. Also, leave comments on what topics we should try to connect in our future podcasts. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the pod. We got my boy Ship right here and Jake right
How's
here.
it going?
And today we're going to do a food review. These boys actually do their own food review on their Snapchat stories. And
You know it.
You know I love to watch that. It's hilarious. So today we got, what do we have, boys?
You already know. Sally Slices, local Robbinsville pizza guy, if you don't know. 45 Georgia Dye Road.
Picked it right off of Sally, man. And you got the Sally favorite, right?
You know, pepperoni, honey hot, Sally's favorite. Gotta go
That's
with
a
it.
hot pizza. All right, matter of fact, let me get a corner slice. Why not?
Gotcha, plate it up.
Kind of people?
I'm a big
what?
corner guy.
Big
Side.
corner guy?
I'm side guy.
It's weak.
All right. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Take a quick bite. I don't think it's through. Hold on.
That shit's electric.
Anyone want a napkin?
Yes, please. Word. Huh. Well, that's pretty good.
It's in biblical. It's incredible. It's immaculate. All right?
That's
Just
a
so
really
I
good
know.
size.
What's the
So-
rating? What are we feeling?
You know, you gotta go with the Portnoy type scale. You gotta give it a decimal. Gotta give it a solid. I'm gonna say 8.3.
8.3? I'll give it a... I'll get an 8.3 too. It's pretty gas.
I'm about a 7.9.
7.9.
Wish it was crispier.
What can make it better? Oh,
Crispier.
crispier.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, the topic I want to start off today with, boys, is driving, right?
All right.
And I had a story that I wanted to tell you, boys. It's probably the craziest story I've ever heard in my entire life.
Let's hear it.
So my boy, he was chilling in the parking lot with two of my other friends, right? They were just chilling. And two ladies pull up in another car. And they didn't think anything of it. They're like, okay, whatever, two ladies pull up. They're there for like 20 minutes, whatever. And one of these ladies hops out of their car, runs over to my boy's car, yanks the door open, and he had it open like a you know what I'm saying? He should have kept that locked, right?
Oh,
She
yeah.
hops in. First thing she says, she goes, drive, go. I'm like, he told me this story. I was like,
No
what
way.
the hell? Swear to God. And then so he starts driving away. Me personally, I would have been like, lady, hell out my car. What are you talking about? Drive. But so he starts driving, whatever, and he's zooming. Because this lady's saying this other lady's like psychotic, right? And so they're going down it's like probably a 35 or a 45 road, going 80 miles an hour. This other lady on the wrong side of the road, zooming to catch up with her. Wrong side of the road, dude. Screaming out of the window, flipping them off, stuff like that. Saying, F you, this, that.
Damn.
It was some crazy stuff, right? So they pull up to a red light, yeah? Mm-hmm. And this lady pulls up behind them, gets out of her car, goes up to the window, starts banging on it. Let me in, blah, 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 blah. And they were freaking out. They were absolutely freaking out, right?
Huh.
And then, this stuff doesn't even happen around here.
I was about to
Right?
say, where did this happen?
It was they were over near Steiner in the parking lot,
Damn.
and these ladies pull up, and it was out of nowhere. It was crazy, and so anyway, the light turns green. They start going, and they're about to turn into an alley in town center, right?
Yeah.
So when they get here, they turn into an alley. This lady rams them right in the side, drives off, yo.
Nah.
Right in the side, drives off. Do you believe that?
Pulled a hit and run on him? No way.
They pulled a hit and run on the man, and let me tell you, man. The damage was bad. He had to fix it himself. Luckily, his dad's a mechanic, but he had to fix it himself. And this lady that was in the car with them, she was like, all right, it was good meeting you guys. Walks off.
Oh.
Like, didn't get any information or anything.
No information. I don't even remember if they asked, bro, but
Damn.
I couldn't believe it when he told me that story. I was like, that's not real. That's not real. Have you guys ever seen like a crash or anything like that?
Yeah.
I've never seen a crack. I saw something close to
was
it.
it you and me? It was either him or Teo. We're driving. I'm going I think I'm on the turnpike. I'm just driving. I got a call. My dad's like, yo, there's traffic. I'm like, what? I'm going down. It's like right off, what do they call it? The exit. You're turning off, going on the ramp. Some dude, his car, he clocked the ramp. Like, entire car. Like, he's going, like, you're supposed to turn. He's, bam, straight on. Whole car totaled. Wrecked.
No.
It was crazy. Traffic jams, like, hour delay. It was ridiculous.
That's terrible. People don't know how to drive, man.
No, it's
Jake,
crazy,
you seen some accidents or what?
I haven't seen like an accident that like actually happen. I've seen some shit close to it though. Like there's one time I was driving like the horse tracks down near like Monmouth.
Oh yeah.
I was driving down there with like my pops, and we're going down there, and we see like ambulance and shit. We drive down there. There's cars everywhere. There's like bags all over the grass. We're driving. I swear to see like a pair of guys like feet on the grass.
Oh,
Swear.
No.
that's
Dude,
wild.
yeah, no, and this is like crazy because I haven't seen that many, but that literally reminds me of this time I was in. I really don't want to get too graphic, but it was bad. I was on Route 1, all the way down in Virginia, and they had to close down the entire section of the highway. I'm not gonna get too graphic, but I saw like a motorcycle accident after that. It was bad. It was real bad. So. But Jake, bro, I wanted to ask you, man. Like, since we were
up?
talking about how like people don't know how to drive, this man's
Bro.
always telling me about how
I
some lady cuts
I
him
got
off.
road rage. I got bad road rage.
This
It's
guy-
bad.
It's bad.
It gets
I can attest. It's
Yeah.
bad. It's bad.
Yeah, right.
But, like, even in school, like we'll be in school, like last year, junior year, we had to have like actually pay for our spots. And like this year, it's not a problem. The amount of times my parking spot got taken, I would go into school.
Facts,
I would
bro.
go into school. I'm like, some kid took my spot. I'm about to threaten like slash some kid's tires. I'm like, I am pissed.
Dude, you always used to walk around so fast on the hallways with your hood up. I'd be like, bro, what's going on now?
I was always bad about
Like,
something.
somebody in the parking lot, dude. It's
Always
crazy."
bad
Always the
about
parking
something.
lot, bro.
No, and as a matter of fact, this year he was telling me about some lady that just pulled out like 15 miles an hour back.
Oh my god, it was some dude. It was some dad like dropping off his kid. Pulls out of nowhere. I almost T-bone him. Like just reverses like 10 miles an hour back. Stops. I swear I put down my window. I start screaming at his ass. Ugh. It's a whole thing.
Nah, what about the car wash?
Yeah, there's more than a car wash. So you're gonna
God.
Oh, this is a good one. This is a good
I'm
one.
rambling stories right now. Alright. So I'm in a car wash. You know how like you're in neutral and like it moves you on your own. So you ain't gotta do like any driving or you ain't gotta hit like the pedals or anything, right? So I'm moving. The car behind me, like after it hops off the track, like it's about to hop off the tracks, goes into reverse and starts just moving back. I'm still on the track, so like I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like I can't hit in reverse and like just hit the gas because it's gonna f up the tracks. So I'm just screaming. I'm laying the horn. I'm like, yo,
No way.
this car's backing up to me in a car wash. I'm
That is
sitting
the
in
craziest
neutral. Scared the crap out of me. I slam the brakes. Like all I hear is like a ricket like of like the tracks. I'm stopped for like a minute and then I start going.
This
The
boy
car
was definitely on the
skirts off.
horn for like 30 seconds, dude.
Oh my god! I screamed everything in the book. It was bad.
Bro, I seen this video. This guy, he's like he's sitting at a red light, and literally he's got his hand on the horn, and I'm talking like 0.001 millisecond reaction time.
Yeah.
As soon as that John turns green, boo! It was like a video. It was for jokes, but dude, like how mad would you be if that happened to you?
I'd be so mad. I hate when people beep at me. It's like my biggest pet peeve. When people just like, when you're driving, you don't think you're doing nothing wrong, and then like you just hear a beep. You know what I'm talking about? Someone beeps, you just turn around like, what is going on? Like, why are you beeping at me?
You use your horn?
Not really. I'm not a big horn guy.
Bro, I never use my horn.
I'm a big face guy. Right? Like, I'll drive right up next to you and just
Oh,
give you
yeah.
a look, bro. Like, come on.
Just cursing at him. Yeah, but you never roll down the window, bro. So it's just like they just guess what you're saying.
Sometimes when I'm really mad, I'll scream.
I don't do that. I don't trust people like that, though. You can't.
Oh no, it's real bad. As a matter of fact, because I'm glad you brought that up. My boy Danny that I work with, he's from Guatemala, and he came here and he's working at Villa now. And he told me this story that back when he was in Guatemala, he was sitting at a red light, and he was telling me, he's like, I never use my horn, and this is why from now on. And he just, I guess he just didn't use his horn this time, but he was sitting there at the red light. It goes through 2 cycles of the green light, bro. 2 cycles. And he didn't honk the horn or nothing. Some guy in front of the car. In that car, he gets out after the second green light is over, and he throws $100 in his lap. And he's like, I would have shot you if you honked at me. That's what he told me.
That's
he told me
crazy.
that story. I was like, no way. No way. And but like that stuff like that happens in countries like that aren't the US. And we were just talking about how we need to be more grateful
That's true.
for what we have.
We really
We
do.
do.
We do because a lot of these things we don't have to worry about at all.
No, you're
Like
right.
at all. And that's part of the reason why I think a lot of people, they focus on issues and everything seems so serious, because everything, it's all about perspective, right?
Yep.
In terms of like, I feel like most people, they only have what they have, right? So when people argue their point of view on something, especially opinions and stuff like that, then that just shows that everyone has their own opinion and they're arguing something that is a reality.
Yeah.
And so how are you going to tell somebody that they're 100% wrong and everything they've ever lived is wrong?
Yeah, it's hard for a lot of people to like just hear a whole nother thing, which is pretty much like a whole nother person's reality, and have to compare that to theirs, and like it's just a whole other like thing trying to accept like another person's perspective.
Huh, you ever think about things like this?
No, yeah, I think about it a lot. I'm very grateful for what I have. I say I'm very blessed with the family that I was like raised with and everything. And you know me, I'm big patriot, big USA man. I love it, and I'm proud of my country. And I had a cousin who served in the military. I had uncle's a police officer, so I'm very patriotic and like I'm very grateful for what I have. But I think the one thing that gets me is when people aren't grateful for our country. I don't know. Did it ever get you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because we were just talking about this earlier today. I mean,
Yeah.
how a lot of people they would kill for what we have.
Oh yeah.
Right? And to be in this country, we got a waiting list out the wazoo, and it takes 10 years to become a citizen, and we get all these rights just by being born here, right? So, I mean, when you think about things like that, it just really puts it into perspective how good we have it.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think that you guys need to work on? Like, what's the number one thing that y'all think that you should work on?
Personally,
Because I'm always preaching, how it's
Yeah.
it's best to look in the mirror.
yeah, personally, like when I really try to see myself, like the first thing I try to think of is like the amount of times like I see myself as just like an angry person. I just gotta fix like my anger sometimes. Like I just let that override a lot of like situations.
Now, how do you think you fix that?
Just I try to like just take more times to take more time to like approach and like situate things. Like I won't just immediately let anger like get the best of me and like let that like take time, pause, take a deep breath, like think like is this really worth like showing these emotions for?
But isn't that difficult? Because we just talked about this in the last podcast.
In the
how
moment,
emotions.
in the moment, those
Man.
things. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Ship, you an angry person or what?
I say I'm an angry person. I feel like I've gotten better over the years. I was always just like angry. But I mean, going back to what you said before, something I would work on, because I would say that, but he already took that. So I'd say I want to learn how to listen more, listen to people more, and really soak in what they have to say, and not like what they're saying, but the underlying meaning of what they're saying. You know what I'm talking about?
That's a really good point. And what you'll notice is that when people are talking, I want to ask you guys this. How often do you find yourselves, rather than listening to what the person is saying, thinking about how you're going to respond?
Oh,
Too much.
a lot.
Too much.
Rather than actually hearing out the person. This is why people say that you're supposed to listen twice as much as you talk.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily live by that by any means. I wish I did. Because sometimes less is more, and I've gotten a lot of situations that I shouldn't have because I wouldn't shut the hell up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and you guys both know me and how I don't know when to stop in terms of running my mouth, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a fighter. I'm really not. I hate fighting. I've never been in a fight, never will be. But I'll run my mouth until somebody wants to punch me in the face. You know what I mean? And so I definitely need to work on that.
Yeah.
So what y'all boys think? You guys ever struggle with that at all?
Oh, all the time. I'm with you, right? I run it too much. But then the thing is, what he was saying before is the problem is like I feel like I don't have a filter in my brain, right? Like this is like a weird thing. It's like when sometimes like I'll blurt stuff out and like I won't even think about it, and then like I'll think about it like 2 minutes later. I'll be like, damn, I should not have said that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's like my biggest pet peeve. That's why I'm trying to. What I want to work on is trying to figure out. You got to listen more. You got to sit there and really take in and soak in what they're saying before you respond. Because we had it today. We were arguing, right? I listened to, I'd say 75% of your argument, and for about 25% of it, I would wait for you to say one thing. I'd pick it and I'd run. Because I say I'm a pretty good arguer. But
sure.
like when I'm a good arguer, I'm a bad listener. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because I know how to argue, right? So I'll sit there and I'll wait, and you say one thing, your entire statement. You say one thing dumb, you attack it. That's just how it is. If you want to win something, you got to wait for the little flaw, you attack it, and then that's how you spin it back your way.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
within doing that, you're not listening, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking in what you're saying and your opinion. It's kind of like now it's more of a fight instead of like a conversation.
100%. I think there's a big problem with arguments in a lot of
Yeah.
senses because, and this is coming from somebody that used to argue religiously on a
Yeah.
daily basis because I used to like it. I used to enjoy
Mm-hmm.
arguing, and then I got to the point where it's like, is it really worth it? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and then I had to make the choice. I'm always talking about this. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I had to make the choice. Is it like, why am I getting in all these arguments? Is it because everybody else or is it because me? And I came to the realization that it was because me. I can't.
Yeah.
And this is why it's incredibly important to just grasp the fact that, like I said, opinions are opinions, right? And people are arguing reality, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, these things are just incredibly important. But I do want to change the topic to something a little lighter.
All right.
Let's talk about some music. Yeah, let's talk about some
Gotcha.
music. What kind of music is in your rotation these days?
As of today,
As of today.
I'm a big throwback man right now.
Are you really a big
Throwback
Buddy's
man.
big
right
on
now.
the throwbacks.
And EDM.
What are you talking, like 80s, 90s? How old?
Nah, like 2010s. Like
I
you
ain't
know.
no throwback, bro. I
That's
mean, it's
a
a little
like-
bit of a
yeah,
throwback.
like
I
Nah,
guess.
Like
to,
back in,
to
like,
our good old days.
middle school?
Come
Yeah, it
on.
depends on what kind of song. What are you talking, Fetty Wap?
No, like pop music. Like
Like what?
let me show you.
Like the songs, like you'd like be in the car, like in the back seat when your mom's like playing. You're like,
Yeah.
that's kind of a
You
vibe.
like Call Me Maybe?
Nah, like,
Not long.
like
I don't care what anybody
like-
says.
like-
That song's a bop.
I rock it. You know, like
bad.
that song "Safe and Sound," heavy
Mm-hmm.
on the rotation. You know, you'll be safe and sound.
Mm.
You know that song? That's what I've been listening
Those
to.
kind of songs,
Dude.
yeah.
My background, you just said it was fire. Joey Badass, 1999.
Yes.
It's so fire.
It's
Matter of
so
fact,
good.
I was hanging out with Teeny yesterday. And he'll be on the pod
Yeah.
this Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But I introduced him to some Joey Badass. Because he doesn't listen to him like that.
Oh yeah, boss. I don't really listen to them like that either.
Should.
No.
Not really. Not really.
Should.
You should. Absolutely, you should.
It's what I like about his music and a lot of, because there's, in my opinion, there's two types of rap, right? You got Joey Badass's type of rap, and you kind of got, it's more lyrical and his words mean something rather than what we listen to today, like, you know,
Mumble rap. and
mumble
all that.
rap. I don't like it.
I still like it.
I
I like
like-
whatever
yeah.
sounds good. Let me ask
That's
you boys
true.
this:
Like-
Are you guys only rap kind of guys?
No.
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay. What else you like?
Bro,
You guys like rock, eh?
A little,
I like
a
rock.
little bit. You know,
EDM.
you know me and Hunter made a little bit of the
Oh,
DJ.
yeah.
You know, a little bit of some
A little bit of
DJs.
DJ.
The Pain Train.
The Pain Train,
Pain
Pain
Train.
Train Volume 1 out on SoundCloud. Go check it out.
Go check it out. Captain Ship, is that what it is?
Yup.
Yeah.
Captain Ship.
62.
Pain Train. I was gonna use that intro for the intro on this pod, and I was talking to my boys about it, and they were like, "No way, no shot." And I was like, and so we settled on the King of the Hill intro.
Yeah.
You guys seen the new intro?
I did.
That is
I
pretty.
liked
That
it.
is pretty
It's
funny.
good.
I caught me off guard. That's pretty funny.
It was
Bro,
good.
yeah,
Second
that-
you put on the headphones, this is your voice. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, King of the Hill, man. That's just such a good show. Y'all ever seen
It's a
it?
pretty good show. Yeah.
I like it. It's all right.
Have you ever seen it?
I've seen it. It's not
I-
my favorite.
No.
It's not like that's not like a
dude.
show I'd like get like look forward to like sit down and like watching it, but like
To
the
me,
show I'd watch when it was
King
on.
of the Hill's like, to me, it's like a filler. Like I would wait for it to finish. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, I don't know, like 12 years old. You're waiting for like Family Guy to come on at like 10 o'clock. So
That's
you're just
true.
watching King of the Hill.
That's true. Like the second like Adult Swim started after
Oh, that was
Cartoon
electric.
Network.
That was
Cartoon
electric.
Network, you know how it ended at
Yeah.
8 o'clock and Adult Swim would start after that?
Mhm.
King of the Hill was the first show that started after 8 o'clock.
Right.
That was the filler for me.
Bro,
That I would wait until
know what that
then.
reminds
I
me
would
of?
always have it
What?
on, but I would always like sit and watch it.
remember like when you were like a kid, right? I don't know, like 9, 10. You're sitting there, you're watching Nickelodeon, you go to bed.
Oh, I got you.
Wake up 3 in.
George
Bam!
Lopez.
George Lopez. Blasted on the TV.
Lopez. Oh my God,
You wake up
it's
half dead. You're just like, bro, what's going on? It's George Lopez
That
every
damn,
time.
That damn intro, all of them
Every
jumping on the
time.
trampoline into
That
the
ever
camera.
happened to you?
I don't know. I never. My mom never allowed me to watch Adult Swim when I was younger.
Yeah.
She never did. She thought that the humor wasn't funny, low class, lowbrow humor, right?
A little bit.
It is.
A little bit it is.
Sometimes it is.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
I mean, I love
let's
it,
be
but it
honest.
is.
But like my mom likes shows that have a little more class to it in
Yeah.
terms
Yeah.
of the humor.
Yeah.
But I just think if it's funny, it's funny. Just like music, if it sounds good, it sounds good. And I can't stand these people that are like, I hate this person, no matter what, like, and it's like, I feel like a lot of people, they don't actually give people a chance. They just like,
Yeah, you gotta take a solid listen into them. They
Yeah.
cut you off. Like they gotta take like a good like. If you listen to one song and say someone's bad, I don't feel like that's a solid opinion.
No.
You're right.
It's not like a good take.
bro,
on-
there's too much hate going around
There
already.
is.
a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Way too much hate. I mean, even speaking from like a high schooler's perspective,
Oh my,
my
god.
God, dude.
Oh.
Like, you ever notice the fact that you can't have a conversation in our grade unless it's about somebody else?
Yeah.
That's true.
No, I'm serious.
It is.
I'm 100% serious.
I don't think I can't remember the time I haven't had a conversation where I don't think another kid's name pops up.
Oh, never.
Like
today.
Yeah.
We don't. This podcast is about talking about yourself,
Mm-hmm.
how you can get better, what steps you're gonna take,
yeah.
and apparently occasionally music. You know. But no, seriously.
jams, yeah.
What do you have to say about that? You were gonna say something. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, like, you're right. Like, I think it's ridiculous that I'd say about 99% of people in our school at the high school level, they're not mature enough. They can't have a real conversation, which, like, I think a lot of people need to better themselves and learn what we were talking before. They need to learn how to listen. They need to learn how to communicate without coming off wrong. And I think once people learn how to really talk about real things instead of high school drama, that everything starts to come full circle. You know what I'm saying?
And another thing is, like, with social media, everybody knows what everybody's doing.
Yeah.
And in terms of that, I feel like I always say, I mean, it causes a subconscious comparison very simply. You know what I mean? Like, it's not hard to understand.
yeah.
But the problem with that, obviously, and we've talked about this many times, like, everything is everything. I'm telling you, think about the conversation that we've had so far. I mean, like,
Everything
it's
relates
all
to everything.
connected. This is exactly the point of the pod. Everything relates to everything. You can relate any topic to any topic if you take the right steps. But anyway, like I was saying, it's just there are some people in our school that asked to be on the pod, and it's not that I don't like them. It's really not. It's like, it's more that I want to stay out of politics as much as possible, number one.
Yep.
Number two, I mainly want to stay on, topics that aren't about other people, and there's a lot of people that aren't really interested unless it's about somebody else. And there's some people where I just think that there's better people to have on. We already have a waiting list for this pod, right? Like, I actually do have tons of people that want to be on the pod. Surprisingly enough, man, like, the support that I'm getting and we're getting is insane. So I appreciate everybody that goes out there and watches everything. Everybody that views it, likes, subs, whatever, comments, tells their friends. I appreciate everybody, right? And but this is exactly one of the biggest things. Like, why do you guys think that everything is so serious? Why do people take everything so serious?
It's a good question.
I feel like people, like, at least in our grade, like, at least in our, like, situation, like, in high school, people see something as, like, at first, like, I wouldn't say, like, it's, like, attacking them, but it's, like, just something, like, new to them. It's not, like, it's always something, like, at first they want to deflect, and they always need, like, something to back it up, or, like, some context in order to, like, accept someone's, like, opinion or something. Like, no one, like, let's say, like, I'm talking to someone and they give me, like, their opinion about something. The percent of them accepting that right off the bat is, like, slim to none. You'd have to give me, like, some context of what you're talking about in order for me to accept that.
I mean, Chip, you got anything to say?
I mean, I think why everything's so serious, especially, like, who we talked to in high school. I think people live, when they're in high school, they think that they're in two separate lifetimes, right? You got your high school life, right? Everyone talks, because everyone says stories. Oh, high school, right? And then they want to do everything they can in high school, right? But, like, to me, that's only, like, some people, that's their whole life. Some people, it's this much, right? That's 4 years. You live 100 years. What? That's 4% of your life, right? That's nothing to what everything is. And I feel like a lot of people, they live, like, high school's only high school, and then after that, you're going to change yourself and you're going to better yourself right after. When I think you should be bettering yourself for those 4 years, figuring it out, and then carry it on to the rest of your life.
You know, that's a really good point, and that reminds me of something that I think one of the biggest problems, and I taught this, and you know, I got taught this not too long ago. It's a classic Buddhist teaching, and it's that all problems are stemmed from desires. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because you want something, and it's not that way,
Mm-hmm.
right? You want a new car, but you don't have it.
Yeah.
You want that nice job, but you can't get it. You want that new girl, but she won't talk to you. Whatever the case may be. They all stem from desires, but the biggest misconception is that you need these outside things to make you happy, right? The biggest misconception is that people want that new car, that new job, that new house, that new trophy wife. They want all these things to make them happy. Oh, once I get this, I'll be happy. And then once you get that, oh man, but I'm still not happy. Once I get that, I'll be happy. Maybe once I get this, maybe once I get that. And that just shows you that you can't really be happy off of material things if you don't do the mental work to be happy yourself. Right? So the biggest point that I'm trying to make is that you have to do the work necessary in order to make yourself happy in the moment. And that's one of the hardest things that you could possibly do. You guys find yourself almost like depressed or wanting certain things. I mean, obviously you want things. It's just the nature of the human, but
I mean, not really to me, because I try to look like, instead of being sad about what I don't have, I make it a goal, right? So, you know, after high school, I'm going to work with my dad.
I was going to ask you about what
Fire
your
roast
future
chicken
plans were.
So,
Yeah, tell me about that a little bit, actually.
I mean, my dad owns a restaurant. He owns 3.
Fire chicken.
Fire Roast Chicken and Grill. They're all located in North Jersey.
Check it out.
Fire chicken.
For now.
Fire chicken.
For now, they're located in North Jersey. Hoping to expand
Yeah,
soon.
pretty soon they'll be all over the country.
Oh, yeah. He knows
Yo,
it.
one of these days, if you guys are down, you come back on the pod and bring your dad's chicken.
I love it. I love the idea.
Absolutely. Anyway, what were you saying, though?
So, we got, so I know, like, right, I'm not going to college. I'm just going to be a working man. I'm going to work. I love the restaurant business, because one thing I do is I like the restaurant business because, to me, there's 2 things I really love in this world, right? It's to make people happy, and I love food, right? And right there, you
Amen
sit
to
there,
that.
you serve someone food, because, I mean, I'm a big guy, like, I sit there and I think, like, you know, what's a good way? You go out to eat with someone, right? Look at us, we're all bonding over food right now. I think
Great point.
Side slices bring us together.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Food brings everyone together,
Cut off
and then you
salad.
sit there, and, you know, if you're just nice to someone, right? You don't be an asshole, nothing like that. You're just very nice to someone right at the counter. You can make someone's day, and that's what I want to do. And on top of that, you're making a lot of money.
It's as easy as that. It really is. And a lot of people, they underestimate or they overestimate how much it really takes to make someone's day.
Yeah,
Because, like, think about this. I want you guys to think about this. You go into a restaurant, you order food. Your server's so nice. You get in a conversation with them. They start a conversation with you. It was a good conversation. Right then and there, the rest of your day is better because of that.
yeah,
100%, right?
Yeah.
And me as a server, you know, I'm in the,
Yeah.
the restaurant business too. Not for long because I need to focus on my real estate.
yes.
But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That real
Focus
estate
on
is-
that hustle.
love it.
Absolutely, absolutely. You got to give it attention, time. But you're right, 100%. You do that, go that extra mile a little bit, and you ask the person how their day's doing. It could really be that simple. Or you're going to pick up food yourself.
Yeah.
Takeout. You're like, how's your day going? They tell you how their day's going. Have a nice day when you leave. Please. Thank you.
Big manner guy. I love.
Big manner.
Gotta be a
guy.
big manner guy.
Oh, yeah.
Big manner guy. That's the only way to go. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves when you see people, they just, and I understand that there's a reason why they are that way. But it's still very upsetting to me when I see
is.
people, you know, get favors, you know, food, anything, and they don't say please, thank you. Like, that's just, it's really basic, and it's just so easy.
It's 2 words. It's
It's
2
2
words. That could make or break someone's view on you. It's 2 words right there.
Yeah, and you only get one first impression.
Yeah.
You get one first impression. After that, that is it. That is it. And I like to touch up on what you said about how some people their high school days are like, that's it.
Yeah.
In terms of there's a lot of people that they quote unquote peak in high school.
Yeah.
What's your guys' thoughts on that?
I mean, I hope for everyone that I know and anyone around, if they feel like they peaked, I hope you didn't. right? Like, obviously, I hope
that.
you had a good time in high school. It's not saying by no means I hope you didn't, but I'm saying I hope that's not the best part of your life is whatever year of high school you have, right? Like, there's so much more of life that's there to offer, so much more relationships that you're going to build over the years, so much more that you can do that, like, I hope people realize that it's so small in the grand scheme of things that you can learn, like, you could appreciate whatever else is coming your way.
Absolutely. And I feel like in terms of high school, it's just like when the good when times are good, times are great. Right?
Yeah.
When times are bad, times are horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the nature of high school.
Like the highs are really high and the lows are really low.
Yeah, absolutely. Because then you get in your head, you got all these things going on. You don't know exactly how to deal with them. But the biggest thing is, in terms of that, you just take things one step at a time. Take a step back and take a minute to enjoy life. Because the vast majority of things that we get upset at, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, they're just
It's not worth it.
they're miserable. You're making yourself miserable. And the human mind is brilliant. It's insane. It built rocket ships to fly up to space, go to the moon.
Yeah.
It built cell phones that we all have in our pockets. It built the computer. It built everything we see. But yet we still use it in the wrong way almost every day.
Yeah.
It's true. Like
ever
the
think about
fact, like this is pretty random, but like the fact, like back then, you hear these things on like the pyramids and how like they had all that like possibly technology like that could have helped that. It's like crazy thinking about like what we have now, and like hearing like that there could be things like that blow everything we have, that builds this world out of the water. It's crazy thinking about.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I really appreciate y'all boys for coming out today, bringing this pizza. It was ridiculous. You know, like I said, 8-3, right? 7-9.
7-9.
3
8-3-7-9. Very simple.
solid.
This was a solid conversation. We went through
Yes.
tons of topics.
Say
And
so.
it all came back to pretty much the same thing. Point of the pod, thank you all for watching. Thank you boys for
Appreciate
coming
y'all.
out tonight.
Thanks for watching.
Cheers.